In this video, I will review the steps for the Week 3 Assignment 1, Creating Forms. In this assignment, you will create a form based on a table using the Form tool and enter new records into the table using the form. Step 1 of the instructions asks you to download and open the Garden Company 03 Start database file, and you can see I have the file open here. Step 2 asks you to enable content if it appears on the security warning bar. Step 3 asks you to save the database with your name at the end of the title. So you'll click File, Save Database As. You want to make sure it's in a location on your computer where you save the files. And I'm going to add the first and last name to the end. And then click Save. You might get this Enable Content warning again. Just click that whenever it appears. Step 4 asks you to complete steps 1 through 17 in the textbook, beginning on page 79. Step 1 asks you to display all access objects in the navigation pane and double-click on Customers. So this is the navigation pane, and you can see it's all access objects. And then to double-click on the Customers table. Step 2 asks you to click on the Create tab, and in the Forms group, click the Form button. So up here at the top, you'd click Create, and then on the Form section, you would click Form. Step 3 in the textbook asks you to move your mouse pointer over the phone and click any label or text box control. So this would be a label, these would be labels, and these would be the controls. Step 4 asks you to go to the View Shortcuts toolbar and click on the Form View button. So down in the right corner, remember we have the different views, so you'll click on the Form View button. And then to move your mouse pointer over the phone and click on the City label. Step 5 asks you to click on the navigation bar at the bottom of the form, the next record. Remember, that's down in the bottom. Just clicking on the next, it takes you to record 2 of 108. Step 6 asks you to use the record navigation bar to display a few more records. So you can just go forward and backward. Every time you click, it'll move forward or to the previous record. Step 7 asks at the right end of the record navigation bar to click a New Blank Record button. So at the very right, you can see when you hover there, it says New Blank Record. And now it displays a blank form ready for you to input this form. So you'll click the Customer ID label. And in there, you're going to type the customer ID. This is step 9, ASHCH. And then step 10 asks you to fill in the rest of the information in the form. So the first name is Chris. The last name is Ashton. You can get to the next field by using the Tab key or your mouse. The address is 89 Cedar Way. The city is Redmond. The region is WA for Washington. The postal code is 88052. The country is USA. Now we're going to have to scroll down to get to the last field. The phone number is area code 425-555-0191. And when you're finished, you press Enter, and it will save the record. Step 12 asks you to complete the following information in the next entry. So this one is BERJO, and the first name is Joe, and the last name is Barry. And the address is 407 Sunny Way. The city is Kirkland. The region is WA for Washington. The zip code is 88053 USA. And the phone number here is 425-555-0187. And then press enter. Step 13 asks you to click on the previous record button. So down here at the bottom, if you click on the previous record, you'll see the last record that you just entered for Joe Barry. Step 14 asks you to click the Customers Table tab, and on the record navigation bar, click the last record. So this is the customer table, and down here, if you click on the last record, you'll see that it only has 108 records, but we know we just added those 2 records. So on the Home tab in the Records group, you want to click Refresh, and then Refresh All. Now, if you go to the last record, you'll see that there are 110 records. Step 16 asks you to close the Customers table. That's with the X over here. And then step 17 asks you to click Save on the Quick Access toolbar. And in the Save As, the form name, you want to type Customers and click OK. So that is the last step in the textbook. Now we'll return to the instructions in the classroom. Step 5 asks you to close the customer form. So again, we'll close it with this X. Step 6 asks you to open the Categories table. Step 7 asks you to spell check the Categories table. So you're going to use the spell check, and you shouldn't find any errors, but it's just for the practice to know that you do have the spell check option in Access. So it's right up here. Click Spelling, no errors, and you click OK. And then to close the Categories table, then you will close the database file. If it prompts you to save it, you would click Yes, and then you'll submit this copy to the Week 3 Assignment 1 Dropbox.